Studies came out about the racial divide trending in the wrong direction in 2013 when Barack Obama was entering his second term when the Black Lives Matter movement jumped off. Let's not make it seem like Donald Trump led to this big increase.
I just love when I hear black men explain things with clarity, because it seems like a lot of black men out here just saying stupid stuff. But then when you hear a black man that's intelligent like myself and others, especially the guy in this video, it's music to my ears. Thank God he said it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you real quick about voting early. Some people get in their mind because we tricked ourselves into stupidity last election and said, you only vote on election day. Look what happened in Arizona. Look what happened in Arizona. On election day, the machines didn't work. So I want you to vote early. Voting early and voting same day are very similar. The process is very similar. The security is very similar. So because what I don't want to happen this year is for something to happen in Arizona, or you get a flat tire, or you can't get out work, or you forget to register, or you end up voting but it didn't count somehow. If you vote early, you have an opportunity to go back and fix those things. If a signature is wrong, if your address is not correct, or something that they need you to fix. The reason I say this is because my wife went back and she had to call, she had to go by people's houses because they had things that were wrong with their ballot that their vote wouldn't have counted if they didn't physically fix it. And there was tons of people we couldn't get in touch with. So voting early will help you. If you live in one of these states, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, go and put your information in here and find out how to vote early. I vote early in Arizona because I don't want nothing to happen to me on election day, and then I'm out of luck. Anyway, the link will be in the description section. Click the link in the description section and figure out how to get yourself to vote early. You got to be in one of these states because early voting is not eligible for everybody. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that was a long PSA, but bro, it's crunch time. I'm going to play this video here in a second, but I want you guys to understand something. I went on to the DMV because I talk all this stuff about voting. Let me check and make sure my voting status is right. Now, obviously, I'm a registered voter, but I go on to the Arizona website and I see that the address that they have for my voter registration is not the address that I live at. Although I got my address updated with my driver's license, and according to online, if you update your driver's license in Arizona, it automatically updates your voter registration. Voter registration is updated through driver's license. Allegedly, through DMV, it shows my new address. It shows everything is right. But when I go to Arizona website, it says that my address is wrong, my previous address. Now, hopefully they got enough time to fix it, but what if they don't? And then my address is off and I can't vote. Because you go on election day, then they're going to reject you on election day. Let me play this clip, man. This literally made my day. More black men need to have these conversations so we can see what the truth is. Roll the clip.
Racism doesn't have any power.
Chuck, I don't agree with that. People were outwardly racist while Trump was in office. He gave the white people.
Like who?
He made it comfortable for people to be outwardly racist about how they fit. Chuck,
no, he didn't.
The climate was a lot different.
Studies came out about the racial divide trending in the wrong direction in 2013 when Barack Obama was entering his second term when the Black Lives Matter movement jumped off. Let's not make it seem like Donald Trump led to this big increase in the racial schism in this country. That happened under Barack Obama. Since we want to go there,
but did it happen?
Since we want to go, it happened. Yes, it did happen. Yeah. We talk about one-way aggression. You allowed to be openly racist towards one particular group of people, and it's white people. Let's call a spade a spade.
White dudes are pussies.
White men are the issue.
White men are the biggest threat to America. They are.
You got analysts on MSNBC.
Imagine if a white man said black men are the biggest threat to America, which black men are a bigger threat to America than white men are. Let's just keep it real. Stop capping. Look at the murder rate and all that other stuff. Look at the incarceration rate. Look at all these Black Lives Matter and all this so crazy stuff that's going on, looting, and come on. I hate that it's true, but it's true. Imagine if a white man said that about black people. Come on.
CNN openly referring to Donald Trump and his voters as Nazis. Nowhere in popular media do you see white people saying the kinds of things that you see people saying about white people on national television from Joy Reid, Trevor Noah, Don Lemon, over and over again.
But Chuck,
you don't see that anywhere else.
Because you can't get on mainstream media and make light of other races doesn't mean that the racial climate is still not what it is.
The reason why the racial climate is what it is because that's what critical race theory seeks to do. It seeks to polarize for the purpose of finding people who are sympathetic to your cause. And you keep on dividing one group onto itself until you create a group of disenchanted, angry, dysfunctional people that you can then use for the purpose of your liberation. That's not my words. Those are the words of Herbert Marcuse himself. Anybody talking about race in this country or talking about critical race theory and have never heard the writings or the words of Herbert Marcuse, you cannot sit at this table and talk because you don't know the theory, you don't know the science.
But like somebody never heard of them, but in their own eyes, they look out into the world and think, yo, that shit is fishy to me.
I don't give a damn about what you go out in the world and see.
A racial slur was spray painted on the front gate.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez is dealing with a racist
news found in the garage stall of Bubba Wallace.
See, this is all about narrative weaving and storytelling because they play upon people's emotions and how they feel. If I go to a doctor and tell a man, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, the doctor is going to run a specific set of tests to get to what is actually happening. He has to know the truth. He can't do medical procedures upon me based upon what I tell him I feel. He has to know for a fact. He has to know what he's talking about.
So he has to do a battery test.
He has to do a test because if he does the wrong treatment to me based upon what I feel, he could kill me. Racism.
Bro, this is the realest thing I ever heard somebody say on the internet. This dude said it better than I can say it. It based on how you feel. This is what's killing America. I feel like America is racist. So now let's start putting in programs and teaching lies because of how you feel. But that's not true. Are white people really against you? You may feel like it, but they're not. Generally speaking, cops just out here getting up for no reason. That's how you feel. But statistically proven, they are not. You cannot legislate on feelings. I feel like I'm a woman today, but you're not. So you can't get mad at other people not viewing you that way. I feel like I want to play women's sports, but you ain't. You just feel that way. So you can't get mad when people don't want to play volleyball with you. And teams are forfeiting because they don't want to play against a man in volleyball. Just because you feel like a woman don't make you a woman. I mean, we can go down the list. This is what's destroying black men and destroying Americans all over the place. Is this idea of this virtue signal that's created falsely by the media, by pundits, by critical race theory, affirmative action, reparations, all these things are complete false narratives that are concocted by people that want you to hate this other person so they can be on the top taking advantage of both of y'all. The most money that I would make is if I open my warehouse to make products against Trump and for Trump, I'd be doubly rich. I'll make double the money that I'm making, or probably more than that. That's what they are trying to do. They don't have a conviction. They don't look at it and say, and this is hypothetically a scenario that I'm creating, you know. They don't have to say, I'm a Trump supporter, so I'm going to stick with Trump supporting stuff. They're like, no, if I can make, this is what they do. If I can make content to make Trump look good, I can sell Trump stuff. And then I also will support content that hates Trump, so the haters would then buy merch, and then I win on views for liking them, views for hating them, and merch sales for liking them, merch sales for hating them. They didn't make 4 times over by having a lack of integrity than somebody like myself or somebody who's like, I'm just going on my convictions. I'm not finna make nothing I don't agree with. I'm not finna talk about things I don't actually believe. But the Democrat Party is not that way. They will do this. They will be like a person like me who promote Trump and promote conservative values. And of course, YouTube, you do it, you get a big enough audience, you make some money. But they will spend their money actually paying for advertisement for anti-Trump stuff. And in the same warehouse they make pro, they make anti. The money that they make from pro, they pay to advertise anti. Now, they may not be the face of it, but they're paying to promote that. That's what Democrats do. They really are inflicting damage in the black community, so then they can say, look, we're here to help you. They're really committing a genocide against black youth in the womb, but then they're promoting it as health care. And so they're also making money off committing genocide against you, and then once your numbers and population and your power decrease, they run an office to help you increase. And they know they're never going to help you increase. They're going to keep decreasing. Therefore, they always can say they're going to increase you, and then you'll keep voting for them year after year until they're of naught. But anyway, comment in the comment section. Who is this brother? We'll put his link if we find out who he is. Smartest black man on the internet. He even sounds smarter than me. All right, I'll see y'all on the next one.